today's objective is to pretty much get the sawmill built. We're gonna build some more stuff. Excuse me. We're pretty much just gonna get the sawmill built. So there's gonna be some running back and forth for that, unfortunately. But when that portion gets built, you know, I might try to find where I can get a quarry too, so that eventually I can have like a stone mine. And the only reason that I need a stone mine, right? Or whatever they call it, I don't forget. It's like, heck, what do they call that? I can't think of it. It's not like the iron, but it's like I think it's called a stone mine or something like that. But anyway, I need one of those too, so that I can actually, you know, be pretty good. We just gotta get this flipped around a little bit, and then we'll have our sawmill down. So that's gonna be fun. As long as we get this right in the right spot, right about there. See, I'm gonna push it back just a little bit so that, see, you have full access whenever you're working around the sawmill. And then I think the other thing you need to do is get somebody to transport it, I think, at some point. Because if I can get somebody to transport my logs, was that a deer that just went running by too? But anyway, we got a little sidetracked. But as long as I get somebody to transport the logs, how much ever that costs, just to the, you know, storage, how much ever that costs to have one of those, we're gonna need to get one of those, like, as fast probably as possible after getting the sawmill built. Like, we could, you know, finish up, you know, probably the other house, have that finished up with a bed and stuff, you know, so that way they can sleep and all that, and, you know, pretty much all of that portion can be done. And then after that, you know, I'm hoping, but I didn't screw anything up by, you know, making the city first in the quest, you know, line. I hope I didn't do that, because I've been, like, hearing things that you can do that if you do this, like, you know, establish a town before that. But I hope it doesn't happen, but if so, I guess we'll just have to start another town somewhere else. Just, you know, like, if there's like an achievement that requires that and we've already built that, you know, we'll just make another town somewhere else and we just won't build there. But, you know, like, if it has like a mine or something, then we'll make like a little mining town kind of thing, because that's just the best way to do it, you know, to complete it if I screwed something up. But if it's like building houses or something like that, we can definitely do that. That's not an issue. I'm gonna need more sticks anyway, so I might as well pick some up. Just because I feel like I keep going through hammers and, you know, axes and everything else. But that's just what I feel like we're gonna have to do, because eventually the whole idea is to have somebody work at the sawmill. So, you know, if I just put the logs in there for now, and then we'll get the planks after that. Because I can make the planks back at the house, but first I gotta, you know, cut down more trees. But I would say, you know, we got it pretty much figured out here. If we can get somebody to work in the sawmill, get somebody to transport it to the, you know, the warehouse, then we should be okay. The question is, how much does that cost? I have no idea. If it costs more than I have, I guess we'll have to try to start making a bunch of money. Depends, you know. I think I heard somebody say that they might have some sort of update soon, too. Or I was reading it, I don't remember. I mean, it's in a beta right now, so probably pretty soon they would bring that to the regular game, I would imagine. Worst case scenario, you know, it helps us, you know. Worst case it doesn't, but best case that it really would help us out with, you know, doing the main quest. I hope, like I said, I've heard rumors that you can do this. That you can ruin a game because you built the city already, but the game thinks that you haven't. which is fine, because then you just make a mining town, and there you go, right? Then you can beat the quest, and then you just, you know, build whatever, a couple houses for people, and build a couple beds, and then boom, you're done, you know? The other thing I wish that we had, and I don't know if it would even be doable, is to, like, teleport between your different cities, you know, so you can take care of different things. Because let's say, like, I build, like, you know, something for stone. Okay, well, how much material does that take? Because then I have to run back here, make what I need, and then go back. So I was wondering if they had, like, a teleport system between your cities, or how that works. So, you know, just something a little bit quicker than riding a horse. You know, sometimes you don't want to necessarily do that. You just want to go between, you know, this city and the next city, right? And then, you know, I don't know if it, like I say, I don't know how you would go about doing that. You would have to make it, I don't know, make it like a taxi service, but you have to get, like, on the horse, like on a horse and a wagon, and then they transport you. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if that would even be possible, but you could probably do it. If that wasn't an idea, well, there you go. There's some ideas for you. You know, if they watch these videos, I mean, that's a heck of an idea right there, you know? Because I'm just saying, like, that would be pretty interesting, and then you wouldn't have to, you know, ride back and forth yourself. You could just have somebody do it for you. Because sometimes I get lost, and that's kind of the whole thing, is, like, if I had somebody else do it for me, then I would never get lost. But I don't know if that happened, like, you know, I don't know if that would ever happen, but it'd be interesting if it did. Then I would never get lost. And then, you know, it'd be going very well for me. You know, then I'd get to point A to point B. But no, I always get lost. It's just the way it happens, I guess. You know, you go to these different places, sometimes you just get lost on the map, you know? Oh, yeah. So that must have been updated at one point then. Because, like, I did this a little bit, you know, not that long ago. But it wasn't even that far, and it's like, you know, I was like, okay, well, I was like, you know, did they update the game? Did they not? And then, you know, I guess the update's in the main game now, because I'm not on the update. Or on the beta. I'm on the, you know, regular vanilla version, so I guess they finally did implement it. Like, I just read that, like, a couple days ago, and then, like, you know, and then all of a sudden, then I saw it. It's like, well, I guess they snuck it in there without me noticing, I guess. Oh, well. But at least now, I think, even with this update, I believe, and I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but I believe that you can actually paint houses, I think, is the thing. But you have to, you know, pick so many number of flowers in order to get, you know, whatever amount of paint you need, I think. But I think you can only do it with a hammer, I think. I'm not sure if that does, you know, implemented in this, you know, update or not. I guess it is an update. I didn't know it was. But, well, I guess. Oh, hello. Getting run over by deer. That's not fun. And I think they kicked one of my logs away from me. Dang it. They, like, stampeded me. I was like, I didn't even see it coming. Yeah, I think I might want to get up out of here. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking now around, I guess. I didn't think that they would stampede like that. But I guess that they do now sometimes. I just didn't know. Like, sometimes they stampede, sometimes they don't. But I didn't think I was close enough to make them stampede. Because I didn't even see them anywhere. Alright, so if we can get all this pretty much done with the sawmill. To see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, you know, start to get the process of the town. I think the only thing we're gonna need after that is a transport between the sawmill and the warehouse. I don't know if that's gonna cost a lot of money or not. If it costs a lot of money, you know we're gonna have to try to build up to that amount. You know? So we just build a lot of things, or whatever we gotta go and do, we're gonna have to do. Because that's just, I think, my plan. It's just to kinda, you know, go with what I need, and what I need is to have a transport once I get that finished, and then we might get a new president after I finish the house. And then I gotta put a bed in it. And, you know. But that will probably be finished because I figured that's gonna be easy to, you know, do all that stuff. So we might try to finish the house, you know. That was kind of the whole process. And now it's like, okay, now let's get the sawmill built. But it's like, after I get the sawmill built, now we need to get somebody to transport the logs to storage. And it's like, man. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's like 10 others, you know? It's generally how it works, I guess. But that's just kind of what I'm doing is, yeah, I can finish the house, but, you know, why not get us a sawmill set up first, and that way, if that's in the next part of the, you know, it's like, you know, part 2, and then it's part, you know, hopefully it's, you know, in part 3 of the quest, it's like simple and easy, and hopefully easy to do. But again, I already have like the town all set up and everything's ready to go. So the only thing I got left is to hire somebody at some point to come in and transport the log. Now sure, you could, you know, wait around for a while and have a bunch of logs to transport, but it's just still going to be grueling work no matter what I do. So I'm still kind of debating what I want to do at this point. It's not really going to matter. I'm going to have to get the thing back eventually, up and running the way I want, so it's like you might as well. So I had to make some planks anyway to do all that, which, you know, that's the pain in the butt, so. But other than that, it's like, no matter what we do, right, it's always gonna take us a while to get that all complete. Because it's like the more and more and more you try to get done building, it's like you always gotta make this piece to do that thing, you know? But it's fine. We'll eventually, like, have all the sawmill stuff up and running, hopefully soon. And my hope is that when it is built, the sawmill being, that I can hire somebody to work into it eventually. But, you know, sawmill built, there we go. Now we have a means almost. Now we just gotta hire somebody to cut, you know, some logs, and then once we get all that, then we have to get somebody to still transport from here back down to the town. I don't know, figure that part out, I guess, of that whole thing. It's just, I might as well go in and look around a little bit here anyway. But I still think that eventually we're gonna have, you know, reach the point where it's kind of like there's nothing more we can do. Because, you know, we're gonna have an amount of, you know, logs stacked up that they've done, and then we have to come through on the back end and hope that we can, you know, get all that figured out. Because, like I say, like it's easy to manage, right, this town, but for me it's like it just takes forever to do certain things sometimes. But at least I have it now built to the point like where it's, you know, okay, we're doing okay. So that'd be the only thing we have to do is get all that finished. So hopefully we can finish that. Alright, let's get some more of this kind of cut up here. Shouldn't take us too long to get all of it cut up and ready to go. So we can get stuff built. The rest of the way. It's just like, yeah, I might finish building the house. But get a bed and see if I can get a worker. I think the worker paid you, like, depending on how much you want to charge. I'm only gonna, you know, do as much as I feel that, you know, the place will be worth. And it's kind of worth it. You know, the place that I'm going to be charging them, I mean, it's going to be worth it because it's going to have a bed. Which, you know, will be fine. And I'm going to build, of course, more furniture for this place. But, you know, I'm just saying for right at the moment, it's only going to have a bed. See, but that's the thing, I can always go back in there and change and put stuff in it. So, it's fine. I might put another house next to the one across the street that I built. So that's gonna be a good thing. So, I mean, you know, we're gonna get it all built. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. You know, if we can get it all built, you know, that's gonna be good. And everything gets built and everybody goes away happy. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get as much of it as I can built today. So that's gonna be about it, you know. At least we have a sawmill now. So if we can get somebody to work on it or work at it, that'd be good. And then I'll have to see about getting transport back and forth to the place. And I'm hoping that I can, you know, because that'd be really, really good, you know. So I ain't gonna have to sit there and cut all these dang logs anymore. Because that's like somewhat of a pain for me. It's like always having to be like the guy that cuts them, you know, manually. I hope that I can just, you know, get the sawmill up and running and then have like somebody. I don't know if you can do it yourself or if you have to hire somebody to move materials back and forth. But that would probably be a good idea. It wouldn't be too terrible of an idea. So, that might be something to look into. I just don't know when I'm gonna do that. But that'd be, you know, pretty good. Maybe I'll have to look into the barn too, so I don't know if you need the barn still or not to place, like, you know, pieces of land to farm. But I might as well put the barn in case I still do or not. I can't remember if you do or not. It's just gonna be easier just to build one. Maybe after this house, or, you know, maybe in the next episode, I'm not sure, but we're gonna try to build a barn. We're gonna have to build another well. I do realize that because we're running back and forth from the one that I placed down over here. You know, I know wherever the farm gets built, so that's gonna be, it's gonna be some time. But I'm just, I'm thinking that that will work. It's not wanting me to do the hammer. Did I break it? Like, I thought I had another one. So I have no idea, but we'll get that figured out eventually too. It's just, you know, if something doesn't, one thing doesn't get you, it's the other thing, you know. So, you know, we're gonna get it all figured out. And when it's all done, it'll be nice and rebuilt, and, you know, it'll be really, really good. Eventually what I'll do is I'll fence everything off eventually later on. But first I want to get everything built, and then so I can see where I can put fences and then have to put gates. You know, so that's the only reason that I haven't done that portion of this yet. But I'd rather get everything built first and then put a fence around it. It'd be like the last thing. It'd be like, you know, it's officially a whole town kind of thing. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at on that. I think it will work that way. It's just gonna be, you know, take us a little bit of time to get to the fence portion of the building. But it's not really gonna matter whether that's gonna be the last, you know, of it or not. But before we even get to all that, we have everything else to figure out first. Like, where are we putting the farm? Like, where are we putting all the fields? Like, all this stuff too to figure out. There's just, I guess, more to it than I thought, you know. Which is sometimes the case, not all the time, but sometimes it is. So I hope eventually we can get the farm built and running. And that whole thing will be finished. And then once everything's, you know, like I said, done and built, then the fence is the last project. But I'd rather get, you know, logs flowing in. And I'd rather get, you know, maybe some, stones, get the stone mine going too. I still gotta find a place to place that. And then I still, again, have to find somebody else to probably transport that as well. And then we'll just change from that to something else if we have to on either one. But I'd rather get them, you know, get the two basic building materials that I need right now. And then deal with all the rest later. So that's how I think I'm gonna have to do this, but I'll figure it out. First we gotta build the other house, get the person working at the sawmill, so that we have product ready to go. I don't know how much it's gonna cost to get somebody to transport this, but that's gonna be the next thing, and that's not gonna be a problem once we get to that stage. So at least we figured some things out. Alright, let's see what we can get done here. Should be able to at least get some more of these trees knocked down. So that all we got left to do would be pretty much, you know, get ready to, you know, put the roof on the house. And then once the roof is placed, you know, like I say, once the roof's been placed and put on, should be fine. Could be right, could be wrong. Be what I'd go with, you know, if we can get the roof and all that finished. You know, because I'm trying to finish that house, man. Like, as much as I can. But it's still gonna take time. Like, it doesn't matter how hard I try to push. So, we're trying. You know, like I say, I'm trying my hardest here. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can get all this fixed and it all run fine. Is it gonna happen that way? Probably not. Should. It won't. But you never know how it's gonna go. Should work the way that I think it is, but yeah, you never know with this. It could go well, could not go well. It's just, you know, it could or could not, you know. It's all about how it wants to do things. So, it should be fine. So, like I say, as long as, you know, we don't run into any snags, we should be okay. But we shouldn't, but you never know. Like, I hope that we don't get into any snags, but you never know. So, it's all about, you know, It should work and it shouldn't, you know, be fine, but I have no idea if it will. Like I say, it should. But we've said that before, and, you know, nothing seems to happen, so it's kind of, it either will or it won't. It should work, that's all I'm going to say at this point. You know, to get that finished, which I believe we should have about finished. Yeah, we got enough. We had enough for that one at least. So that is done. And that was kind of a pain. So at least now, you know, all that's good. So pretty much, you got all that built. Now, I don't think, because I have a sawmill, I should be able, and I don't know if I can make this a thing, but because it's so close, why can't we not just make it to like where it's automatically dropped? You know, when you're this close to the town where that sawmill is. It's not that far. It's short run. Like, if I have to pay, like, let's say a couple $100 or something like that, I don't get why I should have to. I physically don't get that, but, you know, could be wrong, you know. Could be something, you know, that would work. I might go through and try to see what I can do to get to the stables now, because it'd be nice to be able to have a place to put a horse and keep them. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that. I hope that we can. But, you know, it's kind of like one of those things again, you know. I don't know what everything is or anything like that, and I'm going to try to figure it all out. So basically, once all of this, you know, because I want to get all the way to the stable. And another thing I want to know with the blacksmith, and I don't know if you can do this or not, but what's just the way at the blacksmith to like make like your own weapons? Like, you can make cartridges for the, you know, so why not give me the ability to make the Colt rifle or the Colt ammo for the pistol? You give me rifle ammo that I can build. But I don't know if that's like again a future update or what. But if I'm gonna build, you know, the facility to be able to, you know, make all the bullets in that, why not give me an option to make one for, you know, the pistol? They give me an option for rifle, but they don't give me the option for pistol. Like, that's one thing I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me. Is why am I going to sell? You know, like, yeah, I could probably track down what I need, make the rifle ammo, and what am I gonna do with it? I have no rifle. So what I would need to do is get a, you know, find a way to maybe make the pistol ammo. Like, I don't know if they're gonna like eventually do that down the road. I mean, you could. But that would be something worth to do because, you know, you already have, you know, the rifle. I don't know how hard it would be to probably, it might take a while to code or something like that. For that, I don't know. But I hope it doesn't, but it could or it could not. I have no idea. But I was just like thinking, I was like, okay, so we can get a rifle ammo. But we don't have a rifle. So why give me a choice to build rifle ammo if I don't own the rifle? So I have no idea where you would get one. I don't know if you just have to build one, find one, or what. Like, hopefully I can find one of those if that's what the way it is. I don't know. Again, there are some things that I don't know because of update that was done, so I don't know everything. But even if that's not a thing still, like, I think that'd be worth something to put in there. you know, at least be able to have, you know, that at least choice where you could either buy the ammo for the pistol or, you know, find it or whatever, you know, as opposed to doing all that. You know, you can just make that. I don't know if that'll ever be a thing, but it'd be something to be interested in. Because if you give me the ability to make rifle ammo, why can not pistol ammo? I still haven't, you know, discovered everything with this update, but I mean, that would be something I would imagine would be done at some point. Is it? I have no idea. But it might be something that they might do. I have no idea. Might be in DLC or something. Who knows? But it's just worth mentioning, that's all. Alright, so it looks like we got most of it figured out now. So, like I said, it's all about, you know, trying to get it all finished. I'm hoping that everything gets, you know, finished enough. But we did get the other house finished. We got, you know, now another occupant of the city or town, whatever way you want to look at it. You know, if we wanted to go get one, we could, and I believe that we're going to. But I'm like, but it's already got a bed and everything else in it, I believe. If not, I'm just gonna go around and, you know, wait for my traps. I think that's the only thing I gotta do is just wait for some traps to go off. Get the materials, build a bed, place it in there. Get us a worker, then we got a worker for the sawmill. So, I mean, at least I got something planned. At least something will work in the way that I want it to work. Don't know if it will every time, but hey, you know. I'm gonna have to build a quarry next, too. That'd probably be a good idea at some point. But, you know, that being the only thing that's really got, you know, left to be made, it's still not too bad. It's really not. It's one of those things where you're still waiting, but, you know, you hope, you know, that everything can be done. It's gonna take a while probably to get it all finished. Because again, I'm working at, like, you know, I'll probably have to build another town at some point. And I'm okay with that. So, it's whenever I decide to go and build that, I guess, right? But with all that being said, you know, it's working out pretty well, right? It's all about just, you know, trying to get it all done. I'm kind of, I feel like I'm rushing to get it done so that I can get somebody to work the sawmill, but I'm actually not. It's working out pretty well. You know, it just takes a while for the, you know, get what I need for materials and make sure we have everything, and we should be okay there. But nothing ever goes as it seems to go. I hope it does, but who knows, right? It's like, it might not. I'm trying my best. I'm just, you know, honestly doing what I can with what I got here. So I'm hoping that everything goes good so that I can, you know, finish the house. Yeah, we're gonna have to hopefully make this house, get a resident, and that might be it. Like, that might be where I end today, because that's, you know, a heck of a first step, you know, towards actually building a town, is getting another resident. So I think that might be where we go, because we've built quite a bit today. Considering we got the sawmill now built and operational. We got everything else we need. You know, it's just waiting on it to get, you know, where it needs to go, but other than that, like, it's pretty much ready. It's ready anytime type of thing. Yeah, I need one more. I'm one material shy. Just one. That's the weirdest thing. I've never been, one short, on a lot of things, but I guess that would be one thing that you would be short on. It's whatever. One material that you don't expect to be short on, but you are. But it's okay, because we're building the town. And that's a good thing. So I can't blame everybody. I can blame myself for not getting everything around. And just go off and, maybe that's what I'll try to do between episodes, is like, just gather materials and just be ready to build or do whatever. So, and that could be a thing I do. I don't know if that's what I would do, but I mean, it's worth it. One thing I was waiting to see if they would do in a future update is if they would allow us to just like build up some of these destroyed like houses or something like that, right? And then use them for like either whatever town we're closest to, or for our own personal house, Or have it like where if you want to set a mine, you can set like, okay, so you're gonna mine snow, or you're going to mine, gold or silver, something, Make it like a little mining town, almost. Because I want to do that. Like, I want to make a mining town just so I can have good resources, or steady resource flow. This thing needs stone. I think all we need is really just stone and that, and then we're pretty okay. But, this house will be finished here in a minute, because we got the bed, we got all the materials we needed to make that. So now we can make that and actually get another person to live in here, in this town. So, I mean, like I say, I could decorate it more, I could this and that, but I could do that later. So for like the right now aspect of it, yeah, we can go get another person, get them in here. We're not gonna charge them a heck of a lot to like live here. They gotta be able to at least, do certain jobs that we have, and I think that's how that works. You only get certain people that you need. So like if you needed a blacksmith, you could get a blacksmith, that type of thing. But right now what I need is just a general, like, almost like a general labor person that just does general labor, Whatever that might be. I just need a person, to at least work at the sawmill and maybe get stones here and there. That might be a thing to do. But we'll get that part finished. It's just, I think gonna work on a way to get the stuff transported. That's gonna be the next problem of the whole thing here, is transportation. Or securing transportation. I don't know if we can use like a horse that we have and hook up to a wagon or what. Alright, we just need a general laborer. Like, I don't know if that's a specific, if they got this in there in this game or not yet. Okay. So he doesn't look like he does general things probably. And we should be alright. Yeah, he seems like he does just general labor. And then we'll stick him in the house that we built with just a bed in it. Maybe we can always, add more to it later. So I hope that that is what we end up doing. Oh. I'm not, I was gonna go there. Let's see if we can get that. Because I'm not hoping to get a whole bunch of cash. I just want like at least 12 bucks. Because let's say that cart's gonna be whatever, right? Let's say the cart or however the heck that works, where you know, have a horse ready to go. I don't know if it's the horse and a cart or whatever, or however that works, but let's say that's the only thing we need, right? Then we're good. So now we just gotta find a stone, the place for the stone where that goes. And then once that's implemented, then we're good. But I gotta go find that, and probably that's gonna take forever. Eventually, I'll explore. But now we have him in our town. And you can't interact or do anything with the guy. Which is kind of weird. But that's okay. Because the other thing I would like to ask him is just what his job is or what he wants to do. But we're gonna send him, right? Because we have one extra person, right? We're going to send that extra person that we now have. Yeah, we can't afford that. It's gonna take us a while to get to that. But yeah, we'll have to figure out. I don't know, is the thing up there that we can hit? Can we hit those things? Like send people to do those jobs? Yep, okay. I see him. Ah, there we go. Sawmill. Assign him. And there you go, that's all I need. Doesn't matter whether he starts there or not. But that's all. Then we'll find the thing for the stone, and then we'll be ready to go. So, I will see you on the next